When CheckPoint visited Senegal in July, we met two of the country's celebrated football stars, Alhaji Diouf and Salif Diao. The former professional players both joined Liverpool in 2002 after taking Senegal to the quarterfinals of the FIFA World Cup. That year, Diouf was crowned African Footballer of the Year for the second time. Heights Diao is helping Senegal's current crop of talent reach. His Galaxy Football Foundation promotes education through sport. If you don't stay in school, you're not welcome to play here. The academy counts St. Louis City SC defender and former Villarreal and Barcelona Athletic player Mamadou Ibra Mbake Fall among its alumni.
In Africa, the talent is endless. Talent is really endless. Every day when I come around coaching, you see like endless talent. But as we said, we always have this issue in terms of helping the coaches to grow, because most of the time we see young talents that are very good, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. You see them progressing, but when they get to 16 years old, we have this issue finding top coaches that can help them to go to the next stage. I think that's the first issue we have here in Africa, which is really keep educating the young generation of coaches to be much better, because the talent is here, the talent is endless.
Here at home, coach Pitso Mosimane believes he has the solution, not just for South Africa, but for the continent. CheckPoint caught up with him shortly before he was officially announced as Bafana Bafana's head coach.
As coaches, we've been training players without a resource, without I can say in academics, without a curriculum. So I decided to write the manual so that we can unpack, like academics, to say, before you read, you must know your alphabets, your ABCDs, then you can read. Europe is ahead of us. We can never ever dispute that. If you want to dispute that, who won the World Cup? If you want to dispute that, who won the World Cup in this stadium that we were here? Was Europe, right? And coincidentally, the same team, Spain, right? And what about Spain? They are very big in football development programs, right? So we need to do that in South Africa also about our football development. But by the way, rugby is doing it. We can never give us say it's not possible.
It's incredible how people sometimes are tempted to compare Bafana Bafana to the Springboks.
No, you
forgetting
can't.
that during the apartheid era, rugby was almost like country duty. Just like you go to the army's country duty, rugby was country duty. And what did the apartheid government do? They put the facilities in place in all their schools where they wanted rugby to be country duty.
Yeah, if
for
you,
rugby
if
to
you
be
drive
played.
around, if you drive around any towns or city or whatever, if you drive around in the schools, you're gonna see more rugby posts than football goal posts, right? And this is what you say, and I respect rugby, and I have so much. I even have the shirt of the bouquet because they're my national team.
The facilities are in the former white schools mainly.
Yeah.
In our townships,
Yeah.
where the football talent probably
Yeah.
is in abundance,
Yeah.
there are no facilities.
The bouquet, you have to check how the bouquet, where do they start, which schools they go to,
I checked that.
what is the program.
I'm going to give this to you.
Okay, you're going to give me that.
You need to partner with the
Very
schools
important.
because they are very serious about developing talent. Some of them, Paul Roos Gymnasium, St.
Yeah.
Albans College, Paul Boys,
I've watched them
Tigerberg,
Last
Brits
year,
High School.
last year I went.
Here they are.
Last year I went to wish Paul Roos, Paul Khim, all these top rugby schools.
They are incredible.
Unbelievable. Right? Do they want football?
You need to sell this football to them because they are doing rugby
Yeah.
so well. They're
Yeah.
producing our stars. Imagine if you're a school like St. Albans College or Paul Boys High and you say, we produce
Yeah.
Springbok and Bafana Bafana talent.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's an honor.
yeah, but we have to be honest also. Some of the schools here don't want football in the schools.
But that needs to change, Coach.
How do I change
needs
that?
to change.
How do we change that?
You need to change it. This is country duty. You've got to start nurturing the talent at school level. It's too
But,
late when the kids are a bit older.
You give me a challenge, which is a good challenge. I appreciate that. And the Minister of Basic Education came to my launch and he says, Coach, this is needed, right? So I think we need to now to move it to another step to say, okay, Minister, can you also accompany me to speak to Paul Roos, Paul Geem, and all that, so that we can put the program and let's help the children to play football. And especially, we need white football players. We need white players in Bafana. We need them. Why not? Why we don't have them?
Why
when
not?
they play at the
All
youth?
South Africans.
Why they play at the youth? White boys are playing in the youth, but they fall off along the way, right? And we need to showcase them in Bafana to say, you can play there. And by the way, football is one place. I can tell you 100% sure. In football, we don't care what color you are, where you're from, who's your father. If you know how to play football, you will play, right? And you can see it even in Europe. You can see France is full of Africans. As long as you know how to play football, we will let you play.
Yeah.
So football doesn't choose. We don't even care you come from a sheikh or not. As long as you know how to play football, we give you a chance. And some people say, oh, but you know what? Connect my child. Please help me. We don't care about connection. We don't know who you are. Play. We see
want
the
to see your
talent.
child's talent.
We want you. So yes, you are right. I'm happy with the list you have given me. It's a good challenge. It's a big challenge.
You need willing, able, eager partners.
Yes.
You know, I saw people there at your launch who
Yes.
have...
Good partners. Good partners.
I saw people there at your launch who I know can talk a big talk, but I don't know if they can walk the walk. And that's why I brought this list, because these schools are already committed to producing talent that is contributing to national pride.
Yeah,
they are
very
very
good.
serious
No, very good.
about rugby. They can be just as serious about football.
Yeah.
We need to find out. I haven't called them. I haven't called the schools. I don't know if they even offer football. Some of the schools don't.
Yeah. Some don't want.
But these are partners that you know, once they start something,
Yeah.
they'll go all the way
Yeah.
and they'll do it well.
Yeah. And we should also, you can never say some don't want when you haven't tried,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So you must go there and say and try.
Yeah.
What if they want? What if they try?
Exactly.
You have to get there.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to knock on the door. You're right. I agree with you. We have the youth that's unemployed, the youth that is hanging around. Come to the class, learn this thing in 4 or 5 days, go to school, do physical education. Can we contribute also to that? Just job creation, skills development, and also it's good for our children. Healthy body, healthy mind.
With your manual, can we develop a star from 7 years of age to winning the World Cup one day here in South Africa? I'll tell you why I'm asking it that way. We've just come back from Senegal, and we spoke to some of the former professional footballers there. And they have a Senegal-Europe pipeline that is working miracles for them. I mean, they're getting very far, their national team. And they feel that they can coach kids up to a certain level. But at a certain age, teenage stage, these kids need to be taken abroad. They need to be in Europe to be exposed to those leagues there and the training there. So I'm asking you in that vein.
So the first one, can we develop a football star who can play in Europe, right? If
Who can win a World Cup?
Who can win a World Cup. If a child is born in South Africa today and a child is born in Europe today, if we take this child exactly and we put him in Europe and to go through the program and to go through the systems of manuals like this ones, can that star win a World Cup? Can that child win a World Cup?
Yeah.
Why not? Children are children. They're born, these are children, right? It's how you develop them, what programs do you give them? And by the way, The book is based on what Europeans, UEFA, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester City, Manchester United, is based on those principles. English FA, English Football Association, that those people belong to that. Is based on that. La Liga, which produced players to play in the World Cup that they win, Spain won the World Cup. The principles and methodologies and everything is based on that. So
we don't need to export our talent.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm answering the question, can we develop a player who will win the World Cup, right? As long as you have systems in place, we can do that. And now let's go back to my continent. Senegal, Ghana, Cameroon.
Yeah.
I'll start with SADC because I'm in COSAFA, right?
Yeah.
COSAFA president says, we need this manual. COSAFA, and they saying that we don't want to be running competitions only. We want to educate our coaches so that our competitions get better, so that we produce players from the region to go play in the UK, to go play in La Liga, so that nobody can say, oh, this player was not developed properly. Because sometimes Europe does that. They say, no, we still have to work on him. We still have to train him like this and all that.
You sound like you don't buy that story.
I don't buy that story because when there comes to doctors and all that, they take. Why they go to Brazil? They go to Brazil. They pay 100 million, 50 million pounds, right? I've been to Brazil. I've been to the favelas inside. I've worked with Brazilian coaches, Carlos Paera. I've worked with them. I've coached Brazilian teams Brazilian players in my teams across the world when I'm coaching. We speak about them. And I asked them, I said, what do you have there? And I've been to Brazil more than 5 times. So what's the difference between Brazil and South Africa? And I think sometimes we're in a better position than them, to be honest. If you go to the favelas, I've been to the favelas. So all I'm just asking is that why is this thing that in Africa we buy for $100,000, when you go to Brazil we buy for 10 million, 50 million pounds? And then you're saying that, oh, but they're not well developed and all that. Okay, probably we are not well developed, but we need to start now, right? Because football will be still there beyond our lifetime.
So what is your comment or response to
Senegal and
the
them?
Senegal, Europe, Senegal, France sort of pipeline?
Morocco have more manuals from Europe, from the French-speaking thing. Same as the Senegalese, whatever they get from the French people, because how the world is colonization also played the biggest part, right? In South Africa, if you want a manual that will talk to you like this, it's an English manual, come from England, right? So, but why can't we write our own? Why can't we do our things? I mean, we can write. If we learn what they're doing, we can also understand. As long as we have made the research and understand how they do it, so we can. So this is the one that suits the continent. This is not my ego. This is not the Pitso. This is not the trophies and the titles I've won. Has nothing to do with that. I did not know the ecosystem of football. I was coaching at the highest level. I didn't know deep down there. Today, I can talk with anybody in Europe, in South Africa, about youth football, which I didn't. It took me 3-4 years to really know and learn and understand and make a big research of what's happening in Holland and wherever. Today, Spain wins the World Cup with methodology from Holland. Spain took everything from Holland. I can tell you, with Michels, Johan Cruyff, all those people, all the Pep Guardiolas and all of them were developed by the Dutch coaches. And they dumped it in Spain, and Spain made this thing unbelievable. They made it better. Barcelona plays the 4-3-3 from the Dutch system, and Spain won the World Cup again with a 4-3-3 from the Dutch systems. So I've been to Holland. I've been to youth programs in the Holland. I know what Ajax Amsterdam is doing. I know what the Dutch Football Federation is doing. I've been there. So I am not punching my ego here. I am telling the way it is a fact.
Tell us about development in some of the countries where you've coached, Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
Egypt, what was the complexion of talent development there, youth development there, compared to us? What did you learn? What is the difference, and what did you learn from there that you will implement?
I'll answer you in one line. If you have this manual, you're one of the leading people in the world. You lead the continent. Because I've invited also KEF to say, here is a manual. You are the body that governs the continent. We see AFCON. There's women AFCON coming now. We've been to the World Cup KEF with all our teams, including South Africa. Can we talk? Can we share the curriculum, the development of a football player? Well, I've invited them. Hopefully one day they will speak to me.
What are they saying? Nothing so far.
Well, I'm still waiting.
Okay. You have hope that they
Why
will
not?
pick up the call?
I have hope that the Confederation of the Continent might want to talk about the development of the game in the country.
Because at the moment, it appears at school level, basketball is actually overtaking football. And football is the most popular sport in South Africa and in the world.
But remember, NBA comes here and invests and put a lot of resources on coach education to teach the children how to play basketball. So we need to teach the trainer. Train the trainer to train the children.
You have unfinished business with Bafana Bafana?
Yes.
You've raised your hand?
I've raised my hand, yes. Why not? I believe that we can win the AFCON again because Clive Barker, may his soul rest in peace, is the South African who has won the AFCON, and we can win the AFCON. Why not? We went to the semi-finals, and thanks to Coach Hugo Bruce, took the club to the semi-finals. Yes, we can he has raised the bar. It means we can do it, right? And if you reach the semi-finals, you might as well as go to the final. And when you're in the final, come on, you might as well as win it.
Diao says it took nearly a decade to build the 2002 Miracle Squad.
People always forget in 1992, Senegal organized African Cup of Nations. And at the time we had Claude Leroy, who came in. He was the coach of Senegal, organized the Senegal in 1992. And he had the work on the base, really, in terms of youth development, in terms of coaches. And then we had another German coach that came in that followed up after Claude Leroy. The same 2 years later, there was the first African academy to be set up here in Dakar by AS Monaco. Was our generation, and our generation 77. So Senegal did not win the African Cup of Nations in 1992, but Claude Leroy did set up like a great work in terms of youth development. And that carried on during the 8-10 years. And if we look at the group of 2002, it was a mix of those players that was us, when we were in the academy from 1992, 1993 to 2002. And we know in terms of the game, in terms of youth development, when you set up a philosophy, it will take you minimum between 8 to 10 years. 8 to 10 years to see the results. And for me personally, that's how I see it. In 2002, when we came in, was the work that did start from 1992. Of course, Senegal did not win the African Cup of Nations that they organized here, but there was a base that was set up that allowed all of our generation to continue our development until 2002. And the couple of countries that we can see they are working hard, you can see the reward. If we take Morocco, you go in Morocco today, the training center they have, it's a top level. It's as big as the one that is in the English Eve or Clairefontaine in France. So the result is there. And the game is like this. If you invest into the game, if you invest financially, if you invest into infrastructure, if you invest into the human factor, so you will be rewarded. So it's not a secret today that Morocco is doing this big. Like if you go to the World Cup, you're facing Japan, you're facing Poland or another country who's investing maybe I don't know how many billions in terms of infrastructure, in terms of developing their coaches, in terms of philosophy. You cannot complain. I think last time we beat England 3-1, everyone was happy. But if you look at how much the English FA is investing in terms of infrastructures, coaches development, the whole philosophy, the whole setup. Even myself, I did all my coaching badges in England, you know. So you're thinking, why would Senegal beat England at the end of the day? Because the amount they invest in terms of money, in terms of know-how, in terms of seeing the game as really a different industry compared to Senegal, we shouldn't be complaining. We should be like saying, okay, this is great, because we are always overachieving if we compare to how much we're investing here in Senegal in the game and how much the authorities are making, helping in terms of investment in infrastructure, and also the FA, the organization of the FA, and how much they're helping the coaches to develop. So you have better coaches, you develop better young players. If I take the example of Senegal, the dream of every kid is to go to Europe, because Europe is the best, you know. And I think in Senegal specifically, we are not at the level of South Africa in terms of local professional football. The players are not earning a lot of money. The money they earn as a professionals in Senegal, they cannot live with it. We can say they just survive with it. So for them to be able to earn more money, they have to go to Europe. So we are always considered as a factory. We push the kids we develop to a certain level, but if they want to go to the top level, they have to go to Europe, because facilities are better, coaches are better, the nutrition is better, the know-how, of course, is even better. In my opinion, I always say the best is yet to come. Sincerely, the best is yet to come for Senegal, because there are more academies, more private academies involved. There are more foreign clubs coming in to set up their academy. If you look at the Generation Foot with FC Metz, you had the Dakar Sacré-Cœur with Lyon, you know, you had the Amora, you have Jambas, you had our academy here, Galaxy Football Academy. So there's more and more academies, and it's a lot more better organized in terms of competition as well for the kids, because we have our own league now. We have a league of under 16 and we have a league of under 20. So we did not wait for the FA to organize anything, because most of the time when the FA organizes the leagues, it's 6, 7, 8 games and then the season is finished. So all of these private academies, you know, we did organize ourselves in a better way. So every year we have good games against each other. So that's helping the level of the academy to rise to be in a better level. And at the end of the day, coaches from national team, under 15, under 17, under 20, they only go to the academies. They find already the best players in those private academies. The coaches need to get better in the technical aspect, but the people from the admin, the people from the know-how need to get better as well. You cannot have a national team that is on this level and then you have an FA that is really this level there. It doesn't work out. So the FA needs to be to the level of a national team or even more. But all of that, you need people that understand it, have the know-how, and with good leadership and management, but that can, anticipate things and do it properly. But Senegal has been a special place because I always say you can bring the best chairman of the world FA. When it comes to Senegal, it will be difficult for him to implement what he wants because of the text, because how the votes are done. In essence, you can be nominated the chairman of the FA, but you don't have to choose the people that work with you. The vote is choosing the people that have to work with you. So there is a big work to be done in terms of the text, the admin text, how to choose the right people to be at the right place. Because otherwise then, we've seen what's happened during the last vote, corruption and all sorts of stuff. And I think there is a still case in the TAS in terms of two candidates that are not happy in terms of people talking about corruption. And at the end of the day, if that is the case, then we only get what we deserve, because the people who are voting are the people from the game. So if you don't make the right vote or you vote for the wrong people, then at the end of the day, we cannot be surprised or not happy what we get in return, in my opinion. But definitively, I think there is a lot of work to be done in terms of the text, to change the text, the way the candidates are nominated, so we can have people that know how to be involved, whether it's in terms of sponsorship, whether it's in terms of organizing the league, you know. So there's a lot of work. We still have a lot of work to be done in that terms. The best players in the world, you don't see them on the TV. You go in the beach here, you will see top players, people that can play the game like you never seen, maybe even better than Messi. But the guys you watch on the TV, these are different animals, these are competitors. They are there every day. The why is so big and so massive. They are there, they want to be always the best. Every training session, they want to be the best. Every day they want to progress. You know, they come to a stage, they are not playing anymore for the beautiful car or for the money, for whatever. It's just that mentally they are winners. That's why we call them the champions. They are winners, they want to win. And every day they want to be the best. So, and that's why personally, I have a lot of respect for those top athletes like Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, you know. They are not playing anymore for the fame, they are not playing more for the money, but they still want to be the best. And this is the difference between the top players and the good players. And as I said to the kids always here, you know, the best players, they are still here in the neighborhood. Every neighborhood you go, they go, oh, you see this guy? He was the best player in the neighborhood, but he wasn't a competitor. He wasn't ready to do the sacrifices that are needed. He wasn't ready to suffer as the top players, really. And I think this is where in Africa we need to develop more that mentality. And I would say by situation, of course, the social aspect is there, the cultural aspect is there, the need, you know, and the fact that naturally we want to be doing better, to earn more money, to help the family. That's why I said our why is a lot bigger than maybe some kids that are in Europe that have everything. But are they ready to suffer? It's like a game of football. If you are ready to suffer, then you have the chance to win the game. The guys who win the game always is the one that suffer most at the game.